Beautiful. Will you take a celebration bow? You just bow down like this. So when you hear my clapping, that's me saying thank you so much for playing. And when you bow, that's your way of saying thank you so much for listening. It's a little bit different than our beginning of lesson and end of lesson bow. Okay. Yeah, that sounded beautiful, Ramona. I wonder if I could hear a sharing song, but without the piano. Do you know how to do that? That would just be Ramona all by herself playing.
Want to give it a shot?
I think we should try it.
Play position.
And then you go to rest position. Wow. I loved that version because I could hear Ramona's violin so clearly coming out. Beautiful. So Ramona, I'm going to play my Taka Taka Stop Stop, my Mississippi hot dog. What do you say? You say Mississippi hot dog, right?
Mississippi.
Yeah, Mississippi hot dog.
Or chicken on the fence post.
Or chicken on a fence post. So for either of those, when we're thinking about hot dog or fence post, they're two really, really pokey words. You know what poking is? Like pokey words. They kind of stick out. So when I play it on my violin, I hear that poking sound. Hear the poke? Poke, poke. Okay, so now I'm going to hear your version. Mississippi poke, poke. So you need to get yourself all ready. And there we go. So let's start with E string. Can we hear the poking on the E string? Yes, I heard you thinking it with your mind. One more time. Try again. Yep. Sometimes I hear your poking go like this. But mine goes a little slower. Oh, that one was... Now, in between the two pokes, there's a space. You can almost hear the violin ringing, like how we do with our bell. You can hear the violin ring in this space. Yeah, try again. Right, so Ramona, when your bow stops, in between, where there's a space, you're going to hear a ring. Try it again. Yeah, okay. So now we'll do this version. Nice. Okay, now we'll do it back with the piano. Mississippi poke, poke, Mississippi poke, poke, and then we'll relax our violin posture.
Ready?
rest position. Yay, Ramona. Okay, please set down your violin. Bows down, please. Sit down. So, Ramona, I have a little friend. My bunny rabbit. And I could put my bunny rabbit on my shoulder here. It sits like that. Now, sometimes when I'm playing violin, my bow arm thinks it needs to work harder than it has to. And it goes like this. And when my shoulder moves, then the bunny rabbit can't stay on there. See that? So this is where the bunny rabbit sticks. But if it comes up, it rolls forward. So I want you to tell me if my bunny rabbit would be able to fall asleep on my shoulder, or if my shoulder is up too high. What do you think? Could a bunny rabbit live on my shoulder?
Yes.
Okay, what about now?
No.
No, okay.
No. Yes.
Okay, one last one.
Yes.
Okay, you have a good eye. You really look out for that bunny rabbit. If you were here in the studio, I would put the bunny rabbit on your shoulder, and you could try it. But maybe at home you could find, in practice, a little stuffed animal that could live over here on the shoulder, and help. If that shoulder creeps up and the animal falls off, then you know that shoulder's too high. Okay, great. So Ramona, let's now work on your violin hands. Which one's your violin hand? That one, great. No, that's your bow hand, silly. There we go. Can you make a circle with your first finger, please? Can you make a circle with your second finger, please? Where's third finger? That's second finger. There it is. And where's fourth finger? Fourth finger is the last one, the little finger. Yeah, shake it out. Can you find fourth finger right away? Can you find first finger right away? Can you find finger number 3, third finger? Can you find finger number 2? Yes, great. Okay, so stand up. Please pick up your violin. Here we go. Playing position. Squishy knees. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. Beautiful. So wrap your hand first. Swing your arm nice and free. Float your hand up easily. Hi, Fred. Hand so soft, soft, thumb so straight. Fingers rounded in their candy cane shapes. Can you land on the purfling of the violin? Thumb is floating and fourth finger is floating. Now let's hear the 3, 2, 1 song. Beautifully done. You make that look very easy because you practice it so much. All right, and now let's see the violin hand fly out to its violin spot. So playing position. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, Ramona, can you swing your hand first? Great. Float it up, candy cane shape. Great. Bring it over to your violin, or your bow shoulder, excuse me. And now fly it out to your violin spot. All the way over to your touch point. Great. Okay, so I can't see it super clearly, but it looks Looks great. The only other thing we're looking for is for the wrist to be pretty straight. Coming down. There. Great. And we did go ahead and touch that first fingertip to its tape, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that first finger is going to fall in the valley between the A and the E string, right on the first finger tape. Yeah. Great. And then Ramona, go ahead and just dump that first finger off. Good. And can you add it back on? Hang first finger in the valley. And ready, set, dump. Last time, hang that finger in the valley. Ready, set, dump. Good. Go to rest position. So what's the name of your highest string?
E.
Right. And what's the name of your next string?
A.
Great. What letter comes after A in the alphabet? Do you know? Like if you were singing your ABCs, what would come next?
D.
D. D would come next in the strings on the violin, that's true. But if you were singing like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, what comes right after the A?
B.
B! That's the one. Okay. So on our violins, the open string is called the A string, this one. When we put our finger down, we stop the string where our finger is. So we actually shorten the string from being from the nut to the bridge to being from our finger to the bridge. And when we shorten it, every time we shorten it, we give it a new letter name. So when we put our first finger down, it goes from being the A string to being the B string, or the note B. Does that make sense? So if we keep going in our alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, what comes after E?
F.
F. So on the E string, when we put our first finger down, what does it turn into?
F.
F. Exactly. What about D string? A, B, C, D.
A.
What comes after D? A, B, C, D.
E.
E. So when we put our first finger on the D string, it becomes
E.
E. Yeah. And I'll let you figure out what comes after G in the musical alphabet. So I just want to make sure that you know that when you're putting your first finger down here and you're hanging it between the A and the E string, and it covers up that E note, that you're making the note F sharp. First name F, last name sharp. F sharp. Okay? So we're going to play what's called the F sharp song. It goes like this. First finger, ready, play. Dump. And first finger, ready, play. Dump. And it's called the F sharp song because you play your note, F sharp. That's how it goes. Now for this, your mom has a pretty big job. So Meredith is going to be completely in charge of the bowing.
Okay.
And she has not had as much practice as you, Ramona. So you'll have to let her have some practice time on the violin so it's easy for her to do this. In fact, I think we should let her practice right now. Okay. So go ahead and take that violin out through the steps and land. Good. So Ramona's going to show us that her hand is free by swinging it first. And then put it on your shoulder. And then take it all the way over to the violin touch point. Good. So our first note is E, Mississippi hot dog.
Or your belly button. No, just your belly button because it's your computer.
Nice.
First note's E. Without the okay.
F sharp, ready, play. Dump. And sharp, ready, play. Dump. And last time. F sharp, ready, play. Sorry. Dump. And go to rest position. Whew. Good for you. You know the F sharp song. Great. So if I were going to play a little recording for you, I think you could figure out which one belongs to the E and which one belongs to the F sharp. So what do you think, Ramona? Should we give your mom a chance to play, to practice with the recording? It seems only fair that she gets a chance to practice in the lesson. Go ahead and stand your body up. Stand up. And you need to pick up your violin. Great. Resting feet. Resting feet first. Playing feet next. Squishy knees. Good. And landing. Okay, so swing your arm and then touch your shoulder. And then fly it to the touch point. Great. Well, yeah, there you go. It's kind of like when you hold the candy canes, your wrist is nice and straight. Yeah. What was that magic word, Ramona?
Igloo.
Okay. Are you ready, Meredith?
Ready.
Igloo.
Whoops, E. Set your F sharp. So that space in between where the piano plays, Ramona, that's your time to put your first finger down.
Okay.
So right after the E finishes, then your first finger hops down. First finger. Dump. And then rest position. There we go. Great. So this is really similar to the bowing, actually. We're trying to figure out what the mechanics are to get that motion to happen. And then we want to guide her through editing out all of the extra tension. Because she's gonna be exploring and seeing which muscles work here, which muscles work here. Once she's got it figured out, then just release, straighten, relax. Just those soft candy cane hands to do everything. Now, Ramona, we have 5 minutes left, and I want to do 2 more things. I want to sing the flower song. And I want to practice setting up 1, 2, 3 on the A string. Like what you do for your dumping game, but putting it onto the A string. Okay, which would you like to do first?
Flower song.
Okay, so I'll sing the line and then you sing it back to me. See the pretty flowers.
See the pretty flowers.
Growing in the garden.
Growing in the garden.
See the pretty flowers.
See the pretty flowers.
Red and green and purple.
Red and green and purple.
Let's do it one more time. See the pretty flowers.
See the pretty flowers.
Growing in the garden.
Growing in the garden.
See the pretty flowers.
See the pretty flowers.
Red and green and purple.
Red and green and purple.
Beautiful. Okay, so you can practice singing that all week. All right, are we ready for the dumping fingers on the A string? stand up. Please pick up your violin. Great. So for now, no bow. We'll just do the violin. So feet in playing position. Squishy knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do our process swinging first, touching the shoulder, and then driving out to the touch point. Yeah, and so one thing, she's kind of like this, Meredith.
Yeah.
And then with my hands, what I would do is something like that. So I'm taking it, pushing this down, and floating the fingers so they're like umbrellas over the string.
So it's more this.
Yeah. So that's when the look at Fred is the motion we're doing right there.
Look at Fred. So you're kind of coming this way.
Yeah. And that's also why the thumb is touching on the side of the thumb and not the pad of the thumb. Yeah,
More
great.
like that. How's that feel?
Okay, and now we're gonna stack up the fingers. These are like our monkey arms that we're hanging. We're gonna put them all in the valley between the A string and the D string today. Okay. So use your elbow to deliver your monkey arm over like this, and then you're gonna stack first finger on the first finger tape, second finger hanging on the second finger tape, and third finger hanging on the third finger tape, all in the valley.
Well, thank your monkeys are. And you want to be between A and E or A and D and A?
A and D actually, because it's all going to happen on the A string.
So see this valley right here? That's where you're trying to put your fingers.
And then we're going to do some thumb taps, Ramona. Can you go 1, 2, 3? Good. So that shows us that she's not getting that from squeezing, which is excellent. So violin playing is more like typing than it is like grabbing a baseball. So we can just tap here. Tap, tap, tap. Great. So then Ramona, can you do 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, dump? 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, dump? Yep, and then last one, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, dump. Yep, so now my hands are just like candy canes floating above the string, and I can see Fred over here on this side, and my thumb is just gently touching. There, okay, so take to rest position. So this week, a ton of new things. Whew. Okay. So we're practicing getting that poking sound out of our Mississippi hot dogs when Ramona does her solo. Then we're going to do the F sharp song along with the recording, that E and first finger. And Meredith gets to practice bowing all by herself. Big day. And then we're going to move all of the dumping game practice over to the A string on the fingerboard. And finally, Ramona's going to add singing the flower song to her practice.
Can I record the flower song, or can you?
Sure.
Yeah. I might not remember.
I didn't do my vocal warm-up.
It's so fun. Okay.
You ready?
Whatever.
Okay. See the pretty flowers
See the pretty flowers
growing in the garden.
growing in the garden.
See the pretty flowers.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Red and green and purple.
Red and green and purple.
Nice concentration. Good. So for our workshop with Christy Felsing, I think that Ramona should plan to play her sharing song, since that's her favorite one to play right now. There's going to be 15 minutes of time with a teacher who I really respect. I think it'll be great. So, and there's only really enough time for Ramona to do one thing, and then the teacher will take it from there and kind of work on a project with her. So go ahead and just plan to play the sharing song, and as you're doing it in practice, kind of imagine what it would be like to play that for a different teacher.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay. And that's not this weekend, but the following.
Correct. So we actually don't have group class for 2 weeks, but the next weekend it'll be replaced by the workshop on Sunday.
Yeah. But we have class next Wednesday, right?
Correct. Yeah, the lessons just keep on trucking along, and
Okay.
and for the workshop, make sure to plan to be there not just for her 15-minute slot, but for her group, so she can see some other students working as well.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yes. Great. All right, let's finish with a bow. Thank you. See you soon, Ramona.
Bye.
Bye bye.